I couldn't be around them because I'm like, I'm gonna indulge myself in this stuff. Right to me, something was making me feel like I needed to leave. Sometimes your mans, you can't be your man no more. Part of getting better is changing the people you're around. It's just not gonna work. You gotta let these people go. You could have made a change, but you didn't want to let go of these people. I'm outside. I'm gonna talk about something today that, a kid brought up to me when I was at church. And, he said he had a problem with his smoking and drinking, and, he's trying to tell me like, hey, I'm trying to give my life to God, but I keep smoking and drinking. And first of all, I told him, like, don't worry about that. Like, the fact that he is aware that what he's doing is wrong, that's the start of God working in your heart. And that's like the start of conviction. But one thing he did say is like, I will go around my friends and then they do it. Now I do it. And that got me to thinking like, man, how much your environment literally changes just how much you improve yourself. Like, if your environment is dog shit, bro, your entire mentality and traits are going to be dog shit, Like, if you every single day are hanging around friends who don't do nothing, you always find that all they want to do is just, indulge in things that is bad, or they're demonic, or your friends smoke weed and all they want to do is get in a cipher and pass the blunt around, and then you expect to not be the one that's oddball out, and you got to sit and watch everybody be in the cipher and you just sitting out of it. To sit there and pretend like you can control yourself not to do it when you're trying to actually break the habit, like, you got to be joking yourself. You can only, like, the only time, like right now in my life, I've been sober for so long that I could be around a bunch of people smoking and drinking and I won't do it, right? I won't put myself in that predicament because I just don't want to be around that stuff. But I worked myself to the point, and I've been doing it for so long, that being around that stuff, kind of doesn't affect me, because I see what it does. I see it hurts them. But when I first started and I was first on some, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to drink, or whatever the case may be, I couldn't be around them. I couldn't hang around these people. I couldn't go chill with them because I'm like, I'm going to indulge myself in this stuff. I remember when I was with my ex, right? And my ex, we was hanging around some people, and I didn't really like these people at the time, but these people were doing like real hard drugs, like cocaine, and they were smoking weed, and they were drinking, and we're in this little apartment and they're playing video games. And at this time, I'm trying to self-improve myself, which is why we broke up in the first place. But I'm sitting in this little environment, in this little apartment. I'm like, bro, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here because I'm not achieving what I want to achieve. This doesn't feel right to me. Something was making me feel like I needed to leave. And that's how I knew I was starting to make a change, and I wasn't supposed to be around these people, and I had to change direction from this girl, right? Sometimes people in your life that you truly love, which is fine to love people, but sometimes you got to let those people go, bro. You got to let those people go, because these people are going to be the ones to hold you back. You're going to be the ones to hold you back. That could be a relationship. I've been in a relationship with someone that was holding me back, and I had to go. It could be parents, it could be aunts, it could be uncles, it could be friends. Sometimes your mans, you can't be your man no more. You have to let him go. And that's just the harsh reality of life, dog. I understand you grew up with him. I understand you love him. But sometimes you just got to let these people go, because if you don't, they're just going to hold you back. They're going to hold you back from your purpose, hold you back from what you need to do in your life. And it's going to get to the point where you're going to be on such a trajectory of improving your life. You're going to be healthy. You're going to be going to the gym. You're going to be working out. You're going to be on your grind every day. And you're going to be like, I would rather be isolated from everybody else, because every time I get around somebody, they got a problem with my lifestyle. So I'm just going to be by myself all day. Changing your environment, man, like, that's just the first part of getting better is changing the people you're around. Because if you don't change the people you're around, like, you'll always be held back. Like, nobody I know that's successful at anything hangs around a bunch of people that are unsuccessful all the time. You just can't, because you're going to pick up on the traits of others, right? If your friend is doing something, and then his friend is doing something, and then this friend is doing something, and then this friend is doing something, and you expect to be the oddball out, you're kidding yourself. It's just not going to work. You got to let these people go. You got to let these people go. Because what are you going to do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna be friends with them forever for the next 20, 30 years. And now y'all 60, 70 years old. Nobody's made it anywhere in life. Nobody's gotten to a point where they wanted to make a change. And everybody's doing the same exact thing y'all were doing in your 20s. But now all that stuff has affected y'all and y'all are unhealthy now. But you could have made a change, but you didn't want to let go of these people. You don't want to let go of these people. You have to let go, bro. You have to let go. The only person that you never let go and will never let you go is God. And God is the most morally perfect person. It's not even a person. It's the most morally perfect entity ever. It's the most morally perfect entity ever. So if you have him, everybody that's supposed to get out of your life and go in your life is going to happen. Everybody that's supposed to be a part of you and not a part of you is going to happen. And if you let him guide that path when you walk and you just let people exit out of your life and you say, okay, whatever, I love you from a distance. Sometimes you got to love people from a distance. Then you'll be going on the purpose that you were supposed to fulfill. But you cannot fulfill your purpose if you got a bunch of unpurposeful people taking you away from the thing you're supposed to fulfill. You know, I see this all the time, bro. Like, I see it with so many people. Like, they just, like, it's just their friends, bro. Like, they'll throw little seeds of, yeah, I think I want to make a change. Then they'll go hang out that same night with their friends, and now they're just back waking up drunk in the morning and they hate themselves again. And the only reason you did that is because your friend was like, yo, are we outside tonight? And then you went outside, and then now you're drunk, you went to the club, and then you lost yourself, and then you got unsober, you wake up in the morning, and it's just the same cycle over and over and over and over again. I'm at the point now where if you don't like me, I don't care at this point. Like, I've realized that if you don't like me for what I'm doing, if you don't like me for the fact that I post content, if you don't like me for the fact that I post videos, if you don't like me for the fact that I don't drink, if you don't like me for the fact that I don't smoke, if you don't like me for the fact that I love the gym, then what are you here for? Like, there's no point in me keeping you around. Like, if you don't like me for the fact that I'm a Jesus freak, okay, cool. Like, I'll let you go, bro. I'll love you. You can, my door's always open. But if you want to close your door, so be it. So be it, bro. I'm not about to change for you. A lot of y'all are changing for other people that y'all don't even like. You making your life hard for someone that you don't even really care to make your life hard for. The only thing is you love them. So when you love somebody, that takes out whether you like them or not, whether this person is good for you. But because you love them, you don't want to close that door to them. And you got to understand, love is such a fickle thing. Sometimes you got to love people from a distance. You know? And that's just the main thing. If you have trouble letting go of people, bro, like, I get it, bro. I've been there. I've had conversations trying to get people to change. But sometimes, dog, you're gonna have to take that next step, and you're just gonna have to do it and grow a pair of balls, grow a pair of cojones, and let that person go. You're just gonna have to let that person go and change your environment. All right. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Follow me on Instagram at SpidaOffical, SpidaOffical.